Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Train Station. As always, I am your host A-Train, and welcome to the final episode of 2022. Before I get into the episode, I just want to thank you guys for rocking with me all of 2022. It's been a crazy year. I'm hoping that 2023 is just as big, if not bigger, than 2022 was. If you haven't caught my most recent video before this one, please go check it out. Link will be in the description below, but it is Twitch recap, which I did last year, and I wanted to do it again this year. I always have fun with it just to see kind of where I am year to year with watching Twitch. I don't want to give too much away, but not a whole lot has changed, but still go check it out. I think you guys will really enjoy that. For this year, it's going to be kind of the same as last year. I did a Spotify recap last year. I wanted to do another one this year just to see how much has changed, kind of like Twitch from year to year about what I listen to. So that's going to be today's episode and the final episode of 2022. I'm going to do my top genres, followed by the top songs, and then the top artists, and we're gonna go from there. So starting at number 5, this is according to Spotify, not me, because some of this, ultimately, when I get lists like this, some of it shocks me, some of it doesn't. A lot of my Spotify tends to shock me year to year. So coming in at number 5 is trap music. I'm surprised it's not higher on the list. Coming in at number 4, wrestling themes, which to me this is a bit of a surprise. I don't feel like I listened to a lot of them this year. I do have my favorites, and I do have certain songs I listen to, but I feel like it being by the actual bands would fit into a different category of like what the actual song would fit into. So wrestling themes comes in at number 4. Number 3 is pop music, which might be a hint of where maybe Ariana Grande lands this year, to see maybe does she finally get dethroned from a year ago. Spoiler alert. The video will be in the link below, but Ariana Grande topped my list last year. Who will dethrone her? Number 2 also kind of shocked me. Alternative metal. I don't really feel like I listen to a lot of metal. I listen to like Linkin Park and things along that nature, but I don't really feel like that's metal. But again, maybe I'm wrong. Spotify knows better than I do, so clearly alternative metal is number 2, and number 1, hip-hop/rap, believe was number 1 last year as well, so that tops the list. Spotify has a way of kind of gauging what you listen to start your mornings or your afternoon or morning commute whenever you work, and the 3 words it used, it said that I start my morning with is hype, motivation or motivated, and amped. So really kind of music to kind of get me going, to start my day is exactly kind of right on the mark. Things that kind of get me ready to get into the mood to go to work or to the store or wherever I have to go. Spotify is 100% on the mark there with kind of what I listen to. 2 weeks left. I'm sure this number will improve even from the time this video gets released, but as of this recap video, I listened to a total of 12,670 minutes of music, which is 62% more than other listeners across the entire US. I didn't even think the number was that high, but I guess when I go on road trips, you know, as you guys know from previous videos, I've went to WrestleMania. I've done other things. I've gone to, Houston a few times this year. So when I do things like that, and, it's 1 hour trips, 2 hour trips, 4 hour trips, I guess it kind of tends to add up. So 12,670 minutes of music, which is very surprising to me. But it's like, and I guess when I'm just chilling on the game and I have music, that adds up to it too. So 12,000 minutes of total music is a lot. A lot of music I listen to. But maybe next year will be higher. Maybe next year will be lower. I guess it'll just depend on what I'm doing, how busy I am, and when I decide to listen to music. I guess I also have music on when I'm cleaning the house, and just chilling. So it really all does add up. Or when I'm trying to find new songs to add to my playlist, that also counts. so I guess I don't really realize how much I actually listen to it. So I was a bit surprised that it was 12,000, but at the same time, considering how much I actually have music on, it's not that surprising. So it is surprising, but it's also not surprising. So now we're gonna go to my top songs, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Most of this list shocked me. I felt like there were songs that I listened to more that didn't make the list, but these were my top 5. So coming in at number 5 is Knuck If You Buck featuring Little Scrappy by Crime Mob. Definitely one of those hype kind of songs that definitely can change your entire mood. But also, if you were ever to go fight somebody, it's a perfect song for it. So a song that we grew up on as kids. You'll notice that with a lot of this list is songs that are kind of older, kind of what I grew up listening to, and kind of throwbacks, because I don't really enjoy today's hip-hop a lot. It's going to be a lot of just kind of stuff that I grew up with, because let's be honest, today's rap, today's hip-hop, whatever you want to call it, is horrendous. Everybody sounds the same, they all kind of have the same flow, this and that. It all sounds the same, it's all auto-tuned garbage. Few guys still have anything worth listening to, and a lot of those guys have been on, out for a long time. Guys like Jeezy, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd. People like that, when they drop, I'm interested. When other people drop like Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Baby, Da Baby, I'm not interested in those guys. To me, their music is garbage, so I tend not to listen to them. So a lot of this list is going to just be things that I grew up on. So let's get back into the list. Again, a lot of this list surprises me because, honestly, I don't even remember listening to the songs this much compared to other songs. But it is what it is. So coming in at number 4 is Little Scrappy featuring Young Buck with Money in the Bank. Maybe I was just excited for the Money in the Bank wrestling pay-per-view this year, which probably is a majority of when I listened to it. But it's also just a good song in general. Another kind of upbeat kind of song to get you in the mood that's also older. So that is number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Dem Boys by Boys in the Hood. No explanation needed. Another older song that is good, and another kind of upbeat kind of song that kind of fits more into the trap category, along with Knuck If You Buck, that also kind of fits into the trap category. Number 2, this was probably the most shocking song on the entire top 5 list. Smack That by Akon featuring Eminem. I do listen to a lot of Eminem, and I do like Akon's music, but this is not the song I would have expected to even hit the top 5. Again, you guys know I've been saying it. Older song, but still really, really good. And then number 1 song of 2022 for me is the remix of 7 Rings by Ariana Grande, the one featuring 2 Chainz. Not really surprised. I figured an Ariana Grande song would be on there. I'm more surprised that it's 7 Rings, the remix version, than either the original or other Ariana Grande songs that I have listened to. But Ariana Grande, musically, for my top song, tops yet another list for me. Is she my top artist of 2022? We are about to find out as I go to my top artists. Can the queen of pop be dethroned? Let's find out, shall we? Coming in at number 5 is 50 Cent. No explanation needed. Kind of gangster rap, trap music kind of guy. Not really trap, but more gangster rap. 50 Cent comes in at number 5. Number 4, one of the best to ever do it. Music, lyrically, just a master lyrically, with the way that he puts things together, his rhymes and whatnot. Lil Wayne comes in at number 4. Number 3 is the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Detroit's very own, master of the 313. Michigan's finest, Eminem, who, like I said, to me is the greatest of all time. Actually surprised he's not higher on the list. Coming in at number 2, the shock of the year. Coming in at number 2, the queen of pop herself is not number 1 this year. Ariana Grande is number 2 on my list this year. I'm stunned. I thought she for sure was going to top my list again. Always loved her voice in many different ways. I think part of the problem with her not being number 1 is she hasn't really dropped anything, whereas the number 1, which I will get to in just a moment, dropped a new album this year, and I think that is where the difference lied. I listened to the new album compared to Ariana Grande hasn't dropped anything new in a little bit. And number 1, the king of trap music, the man who dropped a new album, The Legend of Snow, this year. Jeezy is number 1 on my list this year. According to Spotify, I've spent 864 of my 12,000 minutes listening to him. That puts me in the top 0.1% of all Jeezy listeners. And like I said, I believe it's because he dropped an album this year, and having to listen to the album more than once to really understand it is probably the biggest reason why he leads the queen of pop in my top. So that is my Spotify list this year. Likely we'll do a third one next year. I wonder if the queen of pop will get her title back. Will Jeezy, now the reigning champion, defend his title? Or will somebody take it? Will Eminem take the title? Will the queen of pop get her title back? You know, so it's very interesting to see what I'm going to listen to coming into the new year. I'm always open to new music suggestions, so if you guys have gotten this far into the video, drop your top 5 in the comment section. Give me some suggestions on what I should listen to. New, old, whatever. Give me some suggestions. I'm always down to new suggestions, new things to listen to. 90% of completely open. Don't really send me country though, because I'm not really into country music, but anything else, pretty much completely open to. So send me your top artists, your top songs. Or give me a random song to listen to, and I will let you know if I like it or not. Thank you guys once again for a fantastic 2022. I will be sure to see you guys in 2023. If you guys caught my last video, I am going on vacation, so that is what will be going out. I will be streaming and more videos will be coming out when I return. I should be returning around the new year or slightly after the new year, but just stay tuned. Here's to making 2023 great. Here's to more great content from A-Train. Make sure you guys are following me on social media, but especially following me right here on Twitch to catch some live streams. Gonna be doing some Overwatch, some Apex, maybe some more Pokemon, and loads of other things. So bear with me, stay with me, and I will see you guys next year. I hope you guys have a great holiday weekend. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Christmas if you celebrate it, Hanukkah if you celebrate it. Happy holidays, happy new year, and I will see you guys in 2023. Peace.